The sun was barely creeping over the horizon in Willow Creek, a sleepy suburb outside Portland, Oregon, on a crisp October morning in 2024 when I heard the scream. It was Lisa, our neighborhood's self-appointed watchdog, her voice sharp enough to shatter glass. I was nursing a black coffee, fiddling with a new drone app on my porch, when I spotted her charging across the cul-de-sac in neon pink slippers, jabbing a manicured finger at my wife, Nadia. Nadia, cool as ever, was strapping on a shoulder holster and checking her comms by our SUV. Lisa's wail hit fever pitch. You can't play CIA spy in family neighborhood. Before Nadia could respond, Lisa was already on the phone with 911, her Pomeranian, Sparkle, yapping at her heels. What unfolded over the next hour would blow up online, leave Lisa humiliated, and flip our quiet homeowners association upside down. It all started because Lisa mistook an on-duty CIA operative for a Halloween enthusiast. That morning had been deceptively calm. The HOA's latest newsletter was whining about mailbox colors, and the community forum was buzzing with petty gripes. Nadia, though, was prepping for a high-stakes covert op tied to a national cybercrime ring. Her mission: stake out a house 3 blocks away where encrypted data transfers had been traced. This wasn't some casual gig, months of planning, 3 agencies, and Nadia in tactical gear subtle enough to blend in, but official enough to scream Fed to anyone paying attention. Lisa, however, wasn't paying attention. She thought the CIA answered to the HOA. With her oversized sunglasses and a dog the size of a grapefruit, she fancied herself the suburb sheriff. Translation: she spent more time snooping than living. Today, her radar locked on Nadia. Nadia had just stepped out of our garage when Lisa pounced, her voice dripping with disdain. I don't know what costume party you're headed to, but we have kids here, and I don't appreciate this nonsense in October. Nadia glanced up, puzzled, then realized Lisa was fixating on her agency-issued vest and duty belt. "Ma'am, I'm on duty. I'm with the agency," Nadia said, steady as stone. Lisa snorted, waving her off. "Sure, honey. And I'm Taylor Swift. If you don't clear out, I'm calling the real cops for impersonating a Fed." I stepped outside, just in time to hear her threat. I tried to explain politely that Nadia was the real deal, operating under federal authority. But Lisa was already dialing, her eyes gleaming with righteous fury. "Yes, I'm reporting someone pretending to be a CIA agent. Yes, in tactical gear. Yes, she's armed in my neighborhood." Her voice was loud enough to draw neighbors to their windows. The police rolled up fast, sirens off, but lights flashing. Lisa strutted to meet them like she was hosting a parade. "That's her," she hissed, pointing at Nadia, who stood unfazed, badge in hand, earpiece active, ID ready. The lead officer didn't even glance at Lisa. He nodded to Nadia. "Agent Hassan, we were briefed you'd be in the area." Lisa's face froze, her ego deflating like a punctured balloon. "Excuse me?" she stammered. She's real." Nadia's smile was razor thin. "Very real, ma'am. And your 911 call just disrupted a classified op. That's called obstruction." Lisa blinked, backpedaling. "I thought it was a prank." She looked like she walked off a movie set. The second officer stifled a laugh, muttering something about viral videos as he headed back to his cruiser. Lisa wasn't done. She trailed us back to our house, half apologizing, half complaining. "It's dangerous to walk around like that. Someone could mistake her for a threat. We have HOA rules, you know." Nadia turned, her voice ice cold. "Do your HOA rules outrank federal law?" Lisa floundered. "Not legally, but community vibes matter too." Neighbors were now openly watching, some chuckling, one giving me a sly thumbs up. Even the delivery guy lingered, soaking in the drama. Lisa, red-faced, stormed off, muttering about spies and standards. I thought that was the end of humiliating mix-up. I was wrong. The next day, Lisa posted a rant on the community forum titled "Costumed Intruders and Neighborhood Safety." She painted Nadia as a suspicious figure in fake gear who refused to prove her identity, hinting at a government plot targeting her specifically. She demanded the HOA ban unauthorized uniforms. A reply simply read, "Lisa, chill." It got 60 likes in an hour. Over dinner, Nadia shook her head. She's not letting this go. And if she's this bold, she might be tied to the case. That hit me hard. This wasn't just a nosy neighbor, it was a potential threat to a federal investigation. That night, Nadia reviewed drone footage and spotted something chilling. Lisa's backyard wasn't just a dog run. Two men, gloved and hooded, slipped through her side gate at 2 a.m., carrying boxes. No doorbell, no front entrance, in and out in minutes. Nadia rewound the tape 3 visits in 10 days, always covert. Lisa's concerned citizen act started to look like a front. She's not just annoying, Nadia said, eyes locked on the screen. She's involved. By dawn, Nadia's team was digging deeper. Lisa's name popped up on shell companies linked to the cybercrime ring. A data drop was scheduled at her address that week. As Nadia shifted into full operative mode, I realized something dark was simmering beneath the HOA's petty surface. Lisa had no idea she just picked a fight with the CIA. The drama escalated when Lisa sent a neighborhood-wide email at 5:45 a.m. Subject line screaming, "Urgent, imposter threat." She accused Nadia of being a deep state plant and demanded an emergency HOA meeting. The FBI had already flagged her online activity, archiving every word. That afternoon, the HOA board convened in the clubhouse, a circus of retirees and clipboard warriors. Lisa marched in, sparkle in a stroller, waving blurry photos of Nadia and ranting about psychological warfare. The board, dazed, let her speak, but Nadia stayed silent, observing. She wasn't here as a neighbor, she was collecting evidence. Then Agent Carter walked in, suit crisp, badge gleaming. He introduced himself and handed the board a packet, warrants, CIA directives, and a warning that interference was a federal crime. The room went silent. Lisa's bravado cracked. "How do we know those aren't fake?" she sputtered. Carter didn't flinch. "Ma'am, accusing a real agent of fraud while disrupting an op? That's a chargeable offense." The board shut down her motion, and Lisa fled, vowing to call the press. She did. A local news van showed up, and Lisa gave a teary interview by the community pond, claiming she was silenced by the government. The clip aired, drawing just enough attention to complicate the CIA's work. Neighbors started distancing themselves as Lisa's forum posts grew unhinged, accusing half the street of being federal plants. Meanwhile, Nadia's team traced a package from Lisa's neighbor to a money laundering network. Worse, footage showed Lisa signing for a delivery and stashing it in her home. She wasn't just a bystander, she was complicit. The final straw came when Lisa's smart doorbell caught audio of her handing off a tablet to a contact, discussing encrypted files. Nadia's team moved fast. A warrant was issued, and at 8 a.m., agents surrounded Lisa's house. She was watering her azaleas, oblivious when Carter served the charges: obstruction, aiding illicit activity, misuse of property. Her scream echoed as agents raided her shed, pulling out crates of burner phones, fake IDs, and skimming devices. Lisa stammered, "That's not mine," but the confidence was gone. The media pounced, and the image of her in a robe, yelling about conspiracies while agents hauled evidence, went viral. Memes flooded the internet, one looping her cry of "I demand the real CIA" to a techno beat. In interrogation, Lisa claimed she thought the crates were for a friend's startup, but footage showed her rifling through envelopes and pocketing cash. She cracked, turning over her laptop and naming her contact, a scammer named Derek. Her plea deal saved her from heavier charges, but the damage was done. The HOA ousted her, her social circle collapsed, and even Sparkle seemed ashamed. Nadia, meanwhile, earned quiet respect. Neighbors waved, apologized, even baked us a pie with Hero of Willow Creek in frosting. Lisa's downfall didn't end there. Under house arrest, she crashed an HOA meeting with evidence of a frame-up conspiracy, blog printouts, and lipstick-scrawled notes. The board kicked her out. Then, at 3:17 a.m., she cut her ankle monitor and fled to a cousin's cabin. Police nabbed her at a gas station, clutching letters to news outlets about fixing the narrative. Her bail was revoked, and she was sentenced to 14 months in a federal facility, plus probation and counseling. The neighborhood healed. We threw a block party, not to gloat, but to reconnect. The DJ played Lisa's remixed Meltdown, and even Nadia laughed. A plaque for Agent Nadia Hassan, guardian of suburbia, now hangs in the clubhouse. Lisa resurfaced post-sentence, moving to a new town. Rumor has it she tried joining a garden club, but was rejected. Her old house sold to a family who painted the porch a bright coral Lisa's most hated color. The story lingers like a legend in Willow Creek. But it leaves questions. Did Lisa know the full scope of her actions, or was she just a pawn? Should the CIA have warned the HOA to avoid this mess? And how many other Lisas are out there, hiding crimes behind petty power trips? Share your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more wild tales.